Welcome to Challenge Bandits. We're 7 middle-aged friends who stay in touch with the weekly Zoom call challenge. It's hometasking without the Taskmaster, so you decide who wins. You'll find a voting link pinned in the comments. Before we kick off this week's Zoom call challenge, which is all about slow motion, let's see who won last week's challenge, which was to be a wine expert.
Oh yeah, I've got to do this wine review for the Challenge Bandits.
Today, I'm your sommelier.
I've poured a glass of wine, I hope you don't mind.
I'm excited. Let's taste the wine.
Touch the wine. Really, yeah, that feels nice.
I love the grub.
What do you say to a bottle of rum? We forget the wine.
I'm just going to spend the rest of the evening getting quietly tipsy.
I produce my own cup. Oh, that smells good.
Just need to get the cork.
Ugh. 5 out of 5, top wine.
Your votes have been tallied, and the winner of last week's Zoom call challenge with 48% of the votes is me.
Oh,
Congratulations.
It's embarrassing when I win.
Why is it embarrassing when you win?
I don't know, I just don't like it.
Good videos.
Very kind.
Making great videos, mate.
Yeah,
kind
make
of
rubbish videos.
Okay, so now on to this week's slow-mo show. This week, our Zoom call challenge was to do something cool in slow motion.
Easier than usual.
Of course, I prefer things when they're in portrait, because you can really mess around with it.
See, my father. For now, we'll take what we can get. Little pride in you. I like that. Then you're gonna love me.
Oh, amazing.
I'd love to see those, like sped up by 2 to see what it's like at kind of normal speed as well.
Yeah. It made me just feel like I was on drugs and I'd been kidnapped.
Completely, yeah. It was
I
good.
had no clue what was going on. I haven't watched any of the Batmans with Heath Ledger, so I'm just like, what? I don't know.
Is that what it was? Batman?
Yeah, a little bit.
I liked the with the Batman mask. You actually done all the black around the eyes thing as well. I thought it was really good actually.
You looked very comfortable with latex and on your face anyway.
Standard weekend procedure, mate.
I like the way you use slow-mo, but you didn't actually use slow-mo as a slow-mo. You just did the slow-mo yourself. And I thought that was really creative doing that way.
Well, that was when Adi sent the brief out and he said, no discussion, interpret it how you will. And I thought it'd be easy to just do a scene and just change it to slow-mo. And I thought, no, let's actually try and film it, doing it in slow motion. Which was hard. Yeah.
I found your slow motion Joker mannerisms quite disturbing. They were just that much more evil and odd for being slow.
For the fact that you're saying that brings so much joy to me, Adi, at 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Good. That's the whole. Good. I am good.
It's
I
given me
like-
an idea to maybe introduce some creepiness into my videos, perhaps.
Yeah, you need a bit more.
If only, Jonathan, if only.
That was so good.
The way you were falling there, you looked like the worst.
You're talking about Hans Gruber?
The worst base jumper ever. Like you've got it all wrong. You can't get yourself into the right position. You're just falling and
I thought you just jumped out of Nakatomi Tower like Hans Gruber.
That's the end.
I just love the T-shirt. By the way, is excellent.
Yeah,
like that is cool. But I'm still in my head trying to figure out how you did that. It's
Did you-
like
did you
really,
lay it?
really, really clever because there's no way you just sort of like launched a spoon and did all that really quickly before you caught it again. Like
He did.
no way.
He did.
There's one of two ways, in my view, you did it. You either used a transparent piece of string, which I was looking for, couldn't see, or you mixed two films together, AD.
But if you mix two films together, the blend between the front and the back is flawless. Like there was no sort of blur around the spoon or anything.
Yeah, and AD's way too busy with all the other editing to do that for himself, so there's no way.
I'm trying to find my props because I can show you how I did it. Let me have a look.
I don't want to know. I don't want to spoil the
No,
message.
Eddie,
leave it.
Don't show us. Don't show us, mate.
Now, the next video, it's interesting what you said earlier, Dave, about slow motion. If you speed it up, will it sound normal? So Paul's slow motion was a tough watch all the way through. So after his first phrase, I've sped it up to as close to a normal speed as I can get, just for something a bit different. So here we go. Hello. It's Paul.
Wow. Are you being trained by Mr. Miyagi by any chance?
Wax on, wax off.
That was 2.5 minutes of waxing.
I hear
Now ready for the championships.
I hear the Steel Sanctuary formal for auditioning. For Seals.
It's so relative, like the amount of like the time limit for like videos or the sort of like time limit, because like some videos you can watch that 3 minutes on and they're like really quick. That for like 2 minutes. Sorry, Paul, that's brutal.
I know. When I didn't have many great ideas, obviously, because that's the video. And I didn't tell AD that like, oh, this should be like sped ups because I want to see what it listens to. I haven't got any like software to like. I was just like, okay, I'll talk for like, and I'll say like 7 words over as long as I can. But then I sent this AD, and he was sitting back saying it's pretty crap. I was like, oh, you meant to like speed it up, and he was like, oh, okay, that's semi-passable. So yeah, I mean that's really good. I mean that's better than how I thought it would be in the end because. Saying like 8 words over like 2.5, 3 minutes, you have no idea, and your pitch is all over the place, and you need to breathe mid letter, and it's
So you actually said it slowly as opposed to slowing it down.
Yes, yeah, I said it
That's
in
good.
slow motion.
Good work, Paul. It's hard, isn't it? The breathing is the hardest bit.
Yeah, no, you start. And you can't really go higher. You really just going down like a leaking balloon.
I have to say, Paul was absolutely spot on with how much I should speed it up by. So Paul said speed it up by about 10 times, and I started with 5 and 7 and 8, and 10 was where I landed. And then I just massively had to adjust the pitch, which is probably why it sounds a bit computery and digitized.
Yeah,
because the pitch 10 times speed, his pitch was higher than a mouse.
Wow. Yeah. Your dog's barking down the street.
So yeah, props for Paul doing something in slow motion. That's credit there.
I literally thought that was a brief. Like you said, when you Simon said you interpret it as you did, I just read it and I was like, oh, I've got to do something in slow motion. What can I do in slow motion? Not too much.
I was going to go for a harsh joke there, but I was going to say you could have just ran 100 meters.
Maybe 2018, Paul. Dave, my calves are legit.
Yeah, actually, now you would be pretty good.
The lower half of my body is made of steel.
See, Matt. No, I can't say it. I can't say it. No,
you need a sharper nose, Matt.
I'm not
saying
that
right. First time.
I really do. That wasn't everything. As well. I had a separate video with about 8 tries on beforehand, just me slamming my face into this balloon. It wasn't working.
Wow,
Have you been for a hearing test since you did that challenge?
What?
Have you been for a hearing test?
Because
surely, I'd have tinnitus after doing that. I mean, the sound of that balloon's so close to my head. That's a dangerous feat.
Tinnitus and also near blindness.
Yeah, well, that nearly came from me. Really, like the balloon battle. I literally just stabbed myself in the eye, both eyes. I thought I was going to have a black eye on the right hand side, but I got away with it.
That's it.
Surely you fall off if you go that slow.
That's a good point, actually.
I was hoping you were going to do a slow motion crash or something. Like you were going to come off it really, really.
Do a wheelie.
You were really close to the camera. Wow.
Well, yeah, that was Beth. She was really on the floor with the camera.
Because you had to go around her.
Yeah, it would have looked. See, I had the thought, I can do motorbike, leaning off the side a little bit, because I just done my track day earlier on that week. But then I got to the car park and realised, well, no, it's a really crappy car park, really bad surface. I want a smaller bike. The tyres are cold. It was a cold day, so I was like, actually, this isn't a good day to lean off a bike. So that's why I'm just about 5% led over.
It just and also in slow motion, it just looks a bit like you're just actually just driving really slow to be careful.
Yeah, would have needed to go about 100 miles an hour so that it looked all right, slow down.
Wow. How fast were you going?
Probably 20. so in the video, slowed down, wherever it is 8 times, about 2 miles an hour.
That's funny.
I think that's probably one of the best videos thus far, because I'm so when you're looking forward to thinking what's going to happen next, and then you just crack up and go, that's it.
So underwhelmed.
I feel so underwhelmed. Oh, great. Harry, Did you just muscle your way into a neighbour's garden and say, "I'm using a trampoline"?
Pretty much.
It's like get off our trampoline.
Their security system is the water balloons.
The kid is actually trying to get away. He's thinking, "Who is this man? It looks really harmless in slow mo, but if we speed up to normal speed, he's screaming for help."
Yeah.
Who is this man?
No,
You almost trampled on him, poor guy.
We talked about my video being dangerous. Water on a trampoline.
Yeah.
Oh, savage.
Vicious.
And right from the first bounce, the trampoline just went, almost like imploded inwards. I was like, "Geez, Louise, is that gonna like hold another bounce?"
Or another child, or another person.
The most impressive bit of slow-mo was right at the start. Like, even slowed down, you couldn't see the kids arrive on the trampoline.
Yeah.
Like, it just happened too fast.
The thing is, I did do an edited version with a dissolve, but somebody re-edited it for me without the dissolve. Didn't you, Adrian?
Yeah.
So with the dissolve, it was gradual, the children appearing. So it wasn't so up.
They gradually appeared out of thin air.
Quite work.
A little sprinkling of children added.
Well, I like Hades' cut because it was hilarious how they just suddenly appeared.
Boom.
It added hilarity. I have to say that the water bomb thing didn't quite work because most of the water bombs didn't break. That they didn't split. So they were just.
I thought that one on the trampoline was just like a plastic ball. I didn't realise that was like a water bomb.
Yeah, they were water bombs, but most of them just didn't break. They're
from Poundland.
I'm
or
just
Harrods. Whichever way you look at it.
I gotta say, like, you look like you're having a cracking time though filming that. Like, a lot of fun was had.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Challenge. Dum 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 dum. Slow mo video challenge. Dum 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 dum. Slow mo video challenge.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I hate you. Like, no. How many different? How would you call it? You have the bass, the tenor. What is it?
It was. I think there was 4.
How many
parts.
harmonies were in that?
I can't quite remember because I started with the tune and I thought, oh, shall I couldn't find the actual note, so I had to just sort of blag it basically. I just kept adding layers. And actually, because for some weird reason, it only took me about 15 minutes to actually do the notes and things. And I thought, yeah, and then just trying to line it up. So I've got the end, and you have to kind of work backwards to do the end.
Right.
So, yeah, it was a bit of fun actually.
You know when people overthink things, like simple is best, and that it just can't say anything bad about it.
Yeah, I'm like speechless. It was magnificent.
Jonathan, did you have the lights off in the kitchen?
Yeah, I had to do it, and it's quite funny because we've got all of the hobs there, and Jenny had the phone, so I'm like, right, I'm going to turn it on, and I suddenly realised in the dark, am I turning on the right hob? It's going to burn her hand otherwise. And but very miraculously, I made it was the right hob, and it was like a click, click, click. Oh yeah, I let the gas go for a little bit, so I was like. Kind of thing.
Risking burning the house down.
Yeah, that's right.
That is commitment on another level.
Well, you gotta try.
That's all the challenge attempts for this week. So to find out who you think won, nope. That's all the challenge attempts for this week. So to vote for who you think won, click on the link which is pinned in the comments. Our challenge next week is to throw a piece of A4 paper in the bin. To see how we get on, make sure you click subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when it's released.